I spent the day in the shade of a tree, thinking how we best to spend this precious time that we've been given. I came to thinking that the best use of my time would be with you. That'll make me happy.
Visit Sarasota, beaches and beyond.
Golf is my life, and there is no better place to live and work than Sarasota. I'm Lisa Krause, Senior Vice President of Human Resources and Support Services for FCCI, a property and casualty company with over 700 employees. I love Sarasota. I couldn't think of a better place to live. This environment gives us everything. What is better than paradise?
I love to ride motorcycles. Been riding my whole life. Helps me think, helps me clear my head. Sarasota is a great place to do it.
I'm Jeff Hazelton, President and CTO of BioLucent.
So I chose to move my company here to Sarasota because of all of the incredible talent that emerges from the local colleges, helps us build our workforce, and it is just a beautiful place to work and live. It's like being on vacation, being in paradise.
My passion is the water. I'm Rod Hirschberger, CEO of PGT Industries. We're the largest window and door manufacturer in the Southeast and the largest manufacturer of impact windows in the world. It's a great place to work and play and live. We can manufacture windows anywhere, but I choose to live in Sarasota County so I can combine my passion for the water, in the water, on the water. Choosing to live here in paradise is the greatest choice we've made.
The industry of Sarasota is the arts. We are very fortunate in that being the artistic center of Florida, the place to come is Sarasota, and we're very fortunate that we have a community that supports the arts, and it's not just the opera, but also the quality of our ballet, our orchestra, theater, museum.
Well, Sarasota Opera is a world-class opera company that performs opera in the way that was intended by their creators. We have this wonderful theater that's an acoustical jewel. It has not a bad seat in this opera house. And so it's an intimate experience. This 1,100-seat theater gives you a personal up-close view of what's going on the stage. And it's a very special kind of experience.
The creative vision basically centers around celebrating the African American experience. There is a story to tell, and West Coast Black Theater Troupe has taken responsibility to tell those stories, and it seems to be catching on in the community that they like hearing the stories. It's the quality of our clientele. It's the quality of our theater goers. We have true art lovers here. We all have to come to the stage at our best to get that continued support from people who truly understand what art is and truly appreciate it and truly understand how to support it and keep it alive.
It's one-stop shopping for just the most amazing arts experiences you can have. You can fill 2 weeks here just going to shows. Oh, and there's a beach.
We're unique because the company, these dancers have got the ability to change styles from doing the traditional classical. I'm extremely lucky to have a company like this because they're all very much eager to learn. They're like sponges, so you can really create some wonderful performances with these talented dancers. They're dancers, actors, they're really versatile. The whole company feels really proud when we go on tour is that we're actually flying the flag of Sarasota and Florida, so we get really inspired. It's a continual surprise the people who suddenly come in from different parts of the country here, and as I say, they not only see the beauty of Sarasota, but it's this sparkling gem of arts all in one city of a high quality. That is it's what we've been lucky enough to be part of.
This was, for 50 years, the home of the Ringling Barnum and Bailey Circus. He built his house here. The museum is the legacy of his personal residence. Sarasota being the home of the circus for 50 years meant that a lot of people associated with that business ended up settling here. So there's always been a little bit of an alternative vibe. We create all our work here. All of our scenery, props, costumes, everything is built here in Sarasota, rehearsed here in Sarasota. That is a great feather in the cap of Sarasota. And there's nothing else quite like us in Florida, but we are the leading light in terms of the quality of the work that we are doing. Theater, the Oslo Rep and the ballet company and the opera and the symphony, they are first class. It's an important story to get out about Sarasota. It's a well-kept secret. I wish it was a little less well-kept than it is. I think let's beat the drum and let everybody know.
When you're sailing on the water, it's just a completely different environment from your daily work life. I am Scott Sensenbrenner, CEO of Enzymatica, the nation's leading marketer of cutting-edge enzyme-based formulas. A big part of where your company should be located is life balance. In the end, the Sarasota difference really came through. We chose paradise.
Hi, I'm Jim Westman. I'm the owner of Octex Holdings. We're a custom plastic injection molder. My wife and I both grew up here. We left about 25 years ago, and about 4 years ago decided we wanted to move back and be part of the community again. The most important reason we had for moving back to Sarasota was the excellent school system. My wife and I are both graduates of Riverview High School, and we thought there was no better place for our kids to get their education than here in Sarasota. We chose Paradise.
I spent the day in the shade of a tree, thinking how we best to spend this precious time that we've been given. I came to thinking that the best use of my time would be with you. That'll make me happy.
Visit Sarasota, beaches and beyond.
What happened here in our town changed the world. We invite all of you to join us on a ceremonial ride to Lido Beach. Survivors and their families will jump on a trolley with us, featuring those caravans to integrate Sarasota beaches are now listed on the United States Civil Rights Trail. The U.S. Civil Rights Trail includes about 100 sites in 15 cities. All of them had something to do with civil rights movement.
The Civil Rights Trail, with bringing people aware of the history of the country, some of the struggles and some of the victories that people have played, and getting exposed to a lot of the history.
Newtown Alive is a project that I am leading. It is transformative. It's all about the courage, determination, resilience, and enterprise of African American pioneers who lived in Newtown and Overtown. It's about how they fought Jim Crow segregation. It's about what kind of work they did. They built the infrastructure in Sarasota. So my team chronicles the accomplishments and the achievements of these pioneering Black people. A lady by the name of Mary Emma Jones, she asked commissioners for a colored beach, and she got nowhere with that request initially. Neil Humphrey Sr. entered the scene. I guess you can say he took matters into his own hands and organized caravans to the beach to kind of push the envelope. It was an unspoken law that said African Americans couldn't go. And so he arranged the caravans and then cross the Ringling Bridge and go to Lido Beach. They would wade in the water. They didn't stay too long, but it was just some civil disobedience happening. Sometimes they were met by the police. Certainly there were jeers, threats, rocks hurled.
I was one of the first in the first caravan that went to the beach. I remember the day very well. It was quite an incident. There were catcalls saying that we were not wanted. We were told in advance not to get into any disagreements with anybody, just go on and enjoy the day.
Many people are not aware of Sarasota's history and the role that we played in civil rights. So now to be part of a national trail brings attention to the community of Newtown and the forward thinking and actions that our community took from Newtown to really break down the barriers of desegregation that existed in Sarasota.
I'm a native of this community. I have witnessed a lot of change. I have witnessed Jim Crow and segregation. And to me, it's African Americans believing they deserve to have the same rights that any other individual, and said that don't deny us the opportunities to be a part of, the beaches or other institutions in the community that were closed to African Americans, and to have the courage to integrate the beach, and over a 2 or 3 years period to be successful in integrating and opening up the community, Sarasota, for all of the people that lives in Sarasota.
At the time, we didn't realize that it would make such an impact on the city, but I'm glad that I'm around to witness it. It's exciting, and it has kind of sparked me to get more and more involved again.
They were very, very brave to be on Lido when they were not supposed to be there, but they did it anyway for me, and for that I am so appreciative. And I think that Sarasota residents owe these activists a debt of gratitude too.
Venice is known as the shark tooth capital of the world because we just had the right combination of geology that preserved the teeth. Our local beaches, Casperson Beach and Venice Beach, and some beaches to the south are wonderful areas to bring your family with a sifter or look through the shells on the surf by hand. And many varieties of shark teeth can be found manually or just washed up in the sand. Many people like to study the shark teeth to learn more about the species and the age of the species, and they're also just enjoyed for the simple aesthetics. Many people who are lucky and find shark teeth on the beach or in inland areas will bring their shark teeth to us. My wife is able to create a custom necklace with beads of the customer's choice or just wire wrapping so they can use their own cord. Well, here in Venice, in addition to the wonderful beaches where you can find shark's teeth, there's many things to do here in Venice. You can go to the beach, then come into town and shop. You can really make a day of it.